Hey guys, it's me, Rach. Today we are going to be doing a workout with some hand weights. I got here 3 pounds. You can use whatever weight works for you. This is going to be aimed towards using some lighter weights based on what we're doing. So, if you want to do the 20 pounds, be my guest, but probably stick with lighter weights here. If you don't own weights, you can also use cans. People say they use wine bottles, be creative with it, but also feel free to use nothing if you want to use nothing. We're going to go right on into it and lay all the way on down here with our weights. Alright, arms are going to start up towards the ceiling, legs are bent. We're just going to lift the shoulder blades off of the mat and then drop them back down. And I will make a disclaimer that I just filmed this entire workout and it didn't take to my camera, so please just be kind if, maybe I'm a little more out of breath or my form isn't as, breathtaking and perfect as it always is. She says completely sarcastically. Alright, pause with the shoulders nice and heavy into the floor, collarbone wide. We're just going to start to roll up into a bridge here, lifting up through the hips, and then slowly melting the spine all the way on down. Pressing into the feet, all 4 corners of the feet, that is. Paying special attention to the low back. On the way down especially. Trying to really move one bone at a time. You might already start to feel that the arms are working to hold the weights up. Okay, next time you're up in that bridge, we're going to hold. You're going to open the arms out to the sides. I like to keep a bend to the elbows and then lift them back up overhead. I have a little bit limited range of motion here on my left side because of this fireplace, but feel free to make it as big as you would like. Don't forget to keep squeezing those glutes. We want the back of the throat long. Three more. Pause with the arms up towards the ceiling, tap the butt down towards the floor, and then drive the hips on up. Lower and lift. Alright. As we lift the hips, you're going to bring the elbows down towards the floor, and then as you lower the arms, as you lower the butt, lift the arms back on up. So butt lowers, arms lift, arm lower, hips lift. Nice. Moving slow, using your breath to guide you. For another 4. Holds the hips lifted, holds the elbows down, and just take little pulses. Press the forearms down to help open up the shoulders. For 5, 4. 1, lower all the way on down. Whew, okay. Toes out to the side, heels towards one another. My body is literally like, you just did this, please no. We're going to roll it up into a bridge and then lower it on down. So still articulating through the spine to start. This may seem obvious, but don't let go of the weights. Don't try to itch your face or anything. I just don't want the weights rolling into your beautiful face there. Hold the hips lifted, and then we're going to pulse the knees out and out. Tucking the tailbone. 4. Hold the knees pressed wide. Lower the butt down, flat back. Try to tap the butt down towards the mat, and then drive the hips on up. Try to emphasize the pressing down into the feet to help you lift the glutes. Got another 4. 3. Last one, hold it. Just hold. See if you can lengthen your low back. Relax the shoulders. Lift a little higher if you can. And then slowly lower it all the way on down. Drop the knees over to the right. And then over to the left. Back up through center. Arms are going to make their way back to the ceiling. Legs are going to float up into tabletop. Take a few tucks and releases of the pelvis, just so we can find our neutral spine. Think about closing the ribs off. Okay. Find your neutral spine. Start to reach the right arm back. Lift it on up, and then other side. For those of us who don't know neutral spine, you just want a little bit of space between your low back and the mat. We're using our exhale to wrap the core. As the left arm reaches back, right leg extends out long. Pull it back on in, and other side. If it's too much for the shoulders, make the motion smaller or ditch the weights completely. If you want more of a challenge for the low abs, you lower the leg closer to the floor. But if you're feeling your low back, aim higher with the leg. Good. 3 more. And hug the knees into the chest for a second. Little rock side to side. Legs will come back into tabletop. Your weights are going to come to kiss just in front of you, just above you. Words. Start to bend the elbows back, so we're going triceps, and then straighten the arms on out. Arms bend and extend. Right, we extend the arms. Start to tap the toes down towards the floor, maybe not all the way down. Lift it back on up. Bend the arms. Elbows stay hugging in. Good, another 4. 3. 2. Last one, let's finish with triceps. So bend the arms back, straighten it on out, hug the knees into the chest, rock the low back side to side. Arms come back up towards the ceiling, legs in tabletop. Once more here. We're going to bend the elbows down to the ground, chest press, extend the legs out long, lift the arms back up. You can go back to toe tap if that feels better for your hip flexors. Again, feel free to aim higher or lower with the legs. That's better. For 3. And hug the knees into those chests. Rock it side to side. And then rock and roll it all the way on up here. We're going to come to a kneeling position. Let's start with the toes tucked and just take a second to sit back onto the heels. A lot of us get really tight through our feet, so just embrace a little stretch. Maybe you even get the pinky toe involved. If it's out to the side, you can do a little rock side to side. Then we're going to grab for those weights here. You're going to untuck the toes for me. Press the tops of the feet down into the mat. We're going to sit it back into a squat position. Arms just dangle. And then squeeze the glutes and lift that back on up. Hips go back and up. Think about pressing the shins into the floor and then really concentrate on those glutes helping lift you up. We hold the squat down there, pull the elbows back for a row, and then straighten the arms back on out. Your elbows try to pull back towards the hips, and they're hugging in by your sides. Careful not to round through the shoulders, nice flat back. For 3, 2, hold the elbows back, straighten the arms back by the hips, triceps once again, bending and extending the arms. Careful not to dump into the low back here. We're using our abs. Hold the arms pressed back. Pulse the arms up and up. Zip in through the inner thighs for 3, 2. Hold the arms back. Lower the hips down an inch and up an inch. Breathe through it. You've got it. Another 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit it all the way back onto the heels. Just bring the weights out to the side. Give yourself a child's pose for a moment. Nice big inhale. Exhale to relax the hips a little bit deeper. We're going to need just one of the weights here, so you can place the other guy off to the side. We're coming into an all fours position. Let's have the right hand down on the floor. Left hand can have that weight. Press into the right hand, wrap the bony part of the elbow back, and then extend the right leg out nice and long. Right. From here, we're going to bend or extend the arm back by our hip. We bend and extend. So this is pretty much triceps, a tricep marathon with little things trickled in. All right, as you bend the arm, you're going to bend the leg so the heel comes up towards the ceiling, and then straighten both. It's careful not to sink into the right shoulder. Actively lift through the back of the right armpit. For 3. Extend both out long, pulse up and up. For 3, 2, 1. Lower it all the way on down. We're going to go for the other side. So left hand plants down, left leg extends out, and then your right arm sweeps back by your hip. Just bending and extending the arm. Again, using your breath, every exhale helps wrap the waistline. Add the bend of the leg as you bend the arm. Straighten the arm, straighten the leg. Slow and controlled, no breaking at the wrists. Hold the arm and the leg back, pulse it back, and back. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way on down. Take your one hand weight with you. We're going to sit it back onto the booty. We'll end with a little ab work here. All right, arms extend out nice and long, rolling it back one bone at a time. Arms can reach back by the ears, up towards the ceiling. We roll it on up. Maybe arms lift up towards the ceiling at the top, slowly melt it down. Nice and slow, bone by bone. Careful not to round the shoulders forward to roll up. Alright, next time you're at the top, you can stay up at the top. Bend the elbows in towards or out wide, hands in towards your chest. Roll it back about halfway, maybe a little bit less. Again, keeping the shoulders open. Bring the left elbow over to the side. Through center, other side. Squeeze the knees together. If that's not comfortable, you can always grab a pillow, yoga block, and place that in between the legs to squeeze. Good. For 4. 2. Hold over to the left. Little pulses up and down. Think about moving through the ribs. It's almost like that right elbow is trying to get the left knee. Through center. Last thing, other side. For 4, 3, 2, all the way up through center, all the way over the legs. You can extend the legs out long here. We can go off to the side, take a forward fold, let the head drop. Let's come to a crisscross applesauce position. And then we're just gonna roll the neck out here. So you can drop the left ear over and then bring the chin down all the way around and back 3 times like this. And then we'll reverse. Good. Take some shoulder rolls here. Reverse it. Relax it down, and you guys are all set. Thank you so much for joining me today. Of course, any comments, questions, things like that, feel free to ask them below. You can check out my Instagram where I'll post some workout ideas and let you know when videos drop and Zoom classes are. And yeah, until next time. Bye guys.